Uretiti is a beautiful morning. I'm actually just going to go for a little bit of a beach walk. We are, Kay and I, staying at Uretiti DOC campground, and I am heading, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, to walk a little way down Green Bay towards Waipu, I think. Seems like the best direction at the moment because the sun is very, very bright. So going to Uretiti would be a blinding experience, I think. Anyway, I'll probably show you a little bit as I go along, but it's all beach, beach, beach. So, probably won't be a lot to see. Oh, I might have turned a bit far. That's where I came from. We've got a lovely spot, quite sheltered, and we could hear the waves all night. It was the best night sleep I've had in ages. Okay, here I am heading out. Well, you can't see me, but clearly I'm taking you, so I must be here. Heading out towards the beach. And that is, oh goodness, Breamhead. Anyway, what you can see of it, gosh, isn't that spectacular? I hope it looks spectacular in the camera, but I've never seen anything like that here. There's normally land visible there. Is that, they call it sea fog, is that right? Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Low tide. Perfect for a morning beach walk, and I have my coffee. Shoot, my arms are not long enough to make that work. But I have my morning coffee to find a nice posy and sit and enjoy the moment. I am supposed to be walking to get a bit of fitness up, but sitting for a coffee is going to help me feel enthusiastic too at some point. Okay, enjoy. I am enjoying it. Even came equipped with jandals. Okay. Well, I went about 1 kilometre before I gave up on those slides because the sand is cold first thing in the morning. I don't think I've ever realised that. So I'm trying out my gaiters, which I may, just for the record, have on the wrong feet because I've got the buckle on the inside. Might not show very much in this light, but theoretically they'll keep the sand out. I want them to keep seeds and things from falling in my shoes when I walk through grass, but I've heard they work with sand. But then doesn't the sand go through the fabric of your shoe? I don't know. I will test that, and if I have an astounding revelation, I will report back. But I guess it's not going to be all that interesting. There will at least be less sand, right? The fishermen are out in force. They're mostly using the, what do they call those torpedo-shaped things? Oh, I know the answer to this. Clearly I should have had my coffee before I came out for a walk and started talking to you, because I have forgotten. But on this beach they tend to use drones or kites or a torpedo-shaped thing to get their line out far enough. But there's quite a few. Anyway, I've only gone for about 1.5 kilometres when I got too hot and thought I'd change my, well, top of me was too hot, my feet were too cold. So I've stopped to do that, and now I'm going to get on before I get properly chilled by cooling down again. Well, the locals are out walking their dogs now. It's not quite night. I mean, it's like 8:45. Still, and yeah, very still, which is lovely. I hate walking on the beach in the wind, but it's the most beautiful late autumn morning. Wish you could all be here having a stroll with me. Anyway, that's where I came from, and I'm going to keep on heading to the wildlife reserve, sanctuary. Yeah. When they say wildlife, it's probably birds, which are also wildlife. I said that in a tone, didn't mean to. Okay, keeping going. Okay, I have walked for about an hour, 4k-ish, just a little over, and I'm going to turn around and head back. My goal is only another couple of k south, but I forgot my breakfast, genius that I am. The idea of a checklist, I keep saying, gotta make a checklist. Forgot my water, forgot my breakfast. But you know what, it takes a while to make a habit, and I'm working on it. And so today's walk's going to be about 8k, which is a pretty good start. A couple of weeks in, at least I got out for a walk, right? And I wouldn't starve to death if I kept walking and didn't go back yet, but I just feel like it. So tomorrow maybe I'll do the rest of the walk. So, but I'll be more organised. Okay, there's my confession for the morning. Disorganised today. And a little bit lazy, because I'm turning around after 4k. It's mostly, well, not really into the sun, but it's a little less pleasant for you with me filming in this direction. So there might not be much. Oh, if you look very carefully, I think you can see, well, if I can zoom in enough, you might be able to see steam coming out from Marsden Point. Yeah. Okay, sort of middle of the screen. Yeah. Just for some context, that's where we are. Alright, I'm going to keep on walking. It's still a gorgeous morning to be out here, starving to death, dehydrated because I'm disorganised, but very, very much enjoying it. Okay, bye. Okay, I am taking advantage of a very nicely placed log. A couple of kilometres still to go. I thought I'd finish that coffee that I did think to bring with me. The irony. Certainly a cup of coffee is not going to keep me alive on this beach. However, that is the one thing I thought to bring. So I am going to enjoy it. And the still sunshine. And low tide and the sound of the waves. My observations are that actually beautiful autumn morning and a lack of wind and a low tide beach are a fabulous combination for a morning walk. Very, very happy that it came out. And a few weeks ago, the idea of an 8 or as it should have been 12k walk in the morning would have been too daunting, but I'm quite surprised that a couple of weeks of walking for a couple of hours multiple times a week, I certainly haven't done it every day, and I'm already starting to feel like it's a little bit less daunting. So that's pretty good for a 60-year-old overweight, unfit person who's been really sedentary. I mean, I've been running around after a toddler a little bit, but mostly he comes when you call him, so the running around is somewhat oversold. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased. I'm going to try and keep this as a habit, and maybe making these occasional videos will help keep me motivated and inspired and accountable. Yeah. So a couple of kilometres to go, and I have boiled eggs and a banana waiting for me in a nicely packed box. But the main thing I have to think about is not putting my checklists on the phone. I do that all the time. I put them on the phone, I make wonderful checklists. Then I don't think to look at them. So you can hold me accountable. Next time I say I forgot to bring something, remind me that I was going to put a paper list somewhere visible. Maybe on the coffee pot, maybe on the top of my phone, maybe on my shoes. But I definitely need to go paper, because this sticking them in the phone where they're invisible is not working for me. Anyway, I might show you when I get close to Harvey again, the motorhome, but if not, it's been a lovely, lovely walk. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm back at the campground. Came through a little gate there, walking through the dunes. I showed you a little bit of that as I went out. Now, if you haven't been here to Uretiti, I highly recommend it. It's one of our favourite places. You can use tents or motorhomes, probably a wide variety of other things, caravans, pop-ups, whatever. But even at its busiest over summer, we still come here and think that we are more relaxed than anywhere else, just about. I mean, I'm a big fan of foresty places, but well, if you're going to do a beach campground, this is more our style than the top 10.